maintain, I stay the same and maintain it. Safe to say the kid get older. Forever gang, I'm never switching over. Made a lane and niggas can't get over. I can't mess with rappers, they be bogus. Rather get the pack and keep it open. Big dripper, stand up in the ocean. Everybody trapping, we get lost. He ain't focused yet, but he ain't got motion. Made a half a ticket, not promotion. Shout out Sushi Sweet and keep me rolling. But if we get the op, we gotta roll. Ride around with Drake, like we OVO. I got some rats and I want some. Still got them pass in the hood, call it give and go. Keep a nigga, man, bitch in a figure four. Let me fuck when I want, I just come and go. Man, these rap get too deep for these skinny clothes. I might put me in him in some picture boat. They look bro, hit this nigga start getting low. I spent time on the rest on the Lambo and didn't even know how to make them motherfuckers go. On my birthday, I just wanna look at those. Barely keep but don't play with me, period. Jesus follow behind in the years. Anyway, I feel like a tourist. I'm the one from the bottom who sold out my partner. The promise to drive the period. Oh, he know. I fuck with lines and I'm gonna bust. You can't put on it.
Whoop. Here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh.
Hey, what's good, y'all? It's DGE Dolphin Gang Entertainment. It's your boy DG, and we back with another live stream, man. I missed y'all. I've been so busy. Yesterday was my birthday. I appreciate all the birthday wishes. I had a lot of birthday wishes, a lot of DMs, a lot of messages. Yesterday, I spent the whole day replying back to everybody, having conversations. Just now today, I got done with all these texts that I got from everybody in regards to happy birthday and all that. So now I'm caught up. I was going to live stream yesterday, but I was a little busy. But today, I got some time. We got the Colts on Sunday. Tomorrow I'm gonna drop the all 22 for the Colts. We're gonna watch ATR and we're gonna watch Joe Flacco to see which quarterback we should be looking forward to. I'm pretty sure ATR gonna play, but is that a good thing for the Dolphins or is that a bad thing? You never know. You never know, man. Um, I've been also busy with the merch shop. Let me show y'all that real quick before I start. Been adding new merch. We got some new Dolphin Gang gear. This is Dolphin Gang Athletic, the new jackets that we got coming out. We got this in white and black. I've been working hard on this shop right here. I've been working real hard. I got more stuff coming too. Let me see. I think it's on the second page. Look at that real quick. Y'all are Dolphin fans, but I still got some other people who are different fans. 49ers gang. I like these jackets. I like these sweatshirts, the tanks. We got Chargers. This is the Dolphin gang t-shirts. The gym shirts right here. The Dolphin gang hoodies. We got Eagles. We also got Lakers. Man. We got Packers. We got Ravens. We got all teams, man. So right now it's 20% off on the website. 20% off. So y'all could go get y'all merch. It's free to order. Not free to order, but all the merch is available right now on the website. More merch coming out on the way. Christmas, we got a lot more merch coming out as well. So be on the lookout for that. If y'all do got the merch, tag _DGE merch _ that's my hashtag for my Instagram name for the shop. Excuse me, for the shop. That's the hashtag. So just tag that and I'm gonna repost it on that page. But yeah, man, I appreciate and love all y'all. Shout out to my boy Ralph. Appreciate you for pulling up. We got a lot to go over. I'm gonna be back tomorrow. So tomorrow I'm gonna make the stream like a birthday stream as well. I'm gonna do that, man. But hey, your boy, he 28, man. We 28, so I'm pretty much the youngest person doing this in this content creation stuff. Out of Dolphin content creators, I'm the youngest one. So I'm gonna be here for a long time, man. So subscribe now or get tired of me. You know, I'm gonna be doing this for 10 years plus. I see already. I see already. But first things first, we gotta talk about Amari Cooper and Devontae Adams, man. I'm pretty sure both of them got traded for third round picks, if I'm not mistaken. Third round picks. So the Buffalo Bills, they serious. They trying to win it all this year. The Jets, they serious. They trying to win it all this year. But only one person can win this division. Only one person. And with them boys making these moves, it kind of scares me in regards to us being automatically in like third place or maybe even fourth place because we seen how Drake May look. Right after Drake May, he kind of balled out against the Texans. The boys went and traded for receivers. Ain't that a coincidence? Ain't that a coincidence? So we're gonna see what happens this year. I'm pretty sure the Dolphins not gonna finish third in the division, but if we do, hey, we asked for it. We asked for it. We let the Bills make this move. We let the Jets make that move. So this is what ain't nothing we could do. Nothing we can do. But we're gonna hear out Coop. We got Devontae Adams today as well. We got Mike McDaniel. We got Waddle. We got Jackson. We got Calais Campbell. Who else we got? We got Hill. We got Huntley. We got all them boys, man. We got Holland. We got Holland too. I thought Holland was gonna be out, but it seemed like Holland he gonna be playing with a cast against the Colts. He gonna be playing with a cast, man. So hopefully we could keep Holland on the team. While he going through that injury, seemed like he recovering from surgery. Maybe I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure, man. But let's check out what Coop had to say. I love Coop. He's from Miami. He's from Miami, so he's from South Florida, where I'm from. Technically, Palm Beach, Broward, Dade, same thing, same thing. But let's hear what Coop had to say. Coop. I don't know how he does in the cold. I do not know how he does in the cold. Is he good in the cold? That's why I'm not really worried about Coop. And sometimes I be seeing Coop do win Jalen Ramsey, but Coop he not as elusive as he used to be. He looked way better back in the day than he does now. He's still a good route runner, a good receiver. He might be a better player with Josh Allen, or actually good QB. He never had a QB this good throwing to him. Never. Even at Alabama, who he had thrown to him, AJ McCarron, something like that. Something like that. So this is the best QB Amari Cooper had. So I'm expecting Amari Cooper to be one of those receivers like over 1,000 yards, maybe 8+ touchdowns, you know, 75 catches by the end of the year. That's what I'm predicting.
So can you share your reaction to the trade? I mean, you probably maybe had an inkling
Appreciate you, my boy, Mr. Finisher. Appreciate you, my boy.
what was happening, but now that it's happened, what do you think?
I'm still taking it all in a little bit. Getting traded in the middle of the season, it's definitely a fast turnaround. So I don't know if I've had enough time to really process it, but at the end of the day, it's just football. So.
How was the drive over? Brandon told us that you drove from Cleveland to Park. How were you thinking about?
I was just thinking about, I don't know, it kind of felt like a long drive to my first day of school, kind of. So, yeah, it was a lot to think about.
Playing with Josh Allen, just kind of how much do you know about Josh? What do you think of him from watching him, and what do you think of playing with him?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I don't know him personally. Obviously I will in the next, 11 games or so. But as far as the way he plays, I mean, it's phenomenal. Every time I turn on the television and watch him play, he plays with a lot of grit, a lot of hustle. He plays hard. And obviously he's been, one of the top quarterbacks in the game for a while now. So just to be able to play with him and experience that in person, I think it's going to be real cool. Yeah.
Coop, he felt like his career was dying out over there with the Browns. Like, them boys weren't doing nothing with him. Nothing. I don't know what happened to Deshaun Watson. Maybe that boy got too much massages. It kind of messed up his throwing motion. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure, man. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be out of the Browns organization by the end of the year. I don't know what team would take Deshaun Watson after what he's shown over there with the Browns. I do not know what team. He on a fully guaranteed contract, so it's very unlikely that he leaves the team. Very unlikely. They're gonna take a lot of dead cap if they let him go. But at this point, you just gotta let him go. Let Jameis Winston play. Jameis Winston, he gonna throw interceptions, but he gonna throw touchdowns as well. He gonna throw touchdowns, so you might as well put Jameson.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Successful as you've been, how do you chalk up what happened the first couple of weeks, this first 6 weeks in Cleveland, and how do you put that behind you?
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that we harp on as football players is to just be where your feet are. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can look back at the past, but only to learn from it. So, this game comes with a lot of ebbs and flows. Yeah, we weren't having the best season over there in Cleveland, but the season is long. You know what I mean? But obviously, I'm not there anymore, so I'm hyper focused on my situation now. So I can only go from here.
He got there
Going
quick.
from
Same
having one
day.
win to going to a team that's leading the division and maybe a place that you're more accustomed to than being on the winning team. What does that feel like? Just making that transition.
I mean, the goal of playing in the NFL is to win. So to come in and be on a winning team, it's obviously a good feeling. It's not a bad feeling. So yeah.
Adam Henry kind of help as you're.
It don't matter what the weather is, the time, none of that. The snow, it don't matter with Coop. When he was at Miami Northwestern, he left Miami to go all the way to Alabama. He ain't care about Florida giving him an offer, FSU, Miami. He went all the way to Alabama. So Coop, he was always one of those players that ain't care where he went to. He just wanted the ball. That's all he wanted to do.
It helps a lot, just with comfortability, I would say. Seeing a familiar face, especially having that face be your coach, the guy you're going to interact with on a day-to-day basis. And I know him, I played for him for 2 years. So I would just say just a comfortability factor, I guess. Yeah.
Sean McDermott.
Been successful at all three stops that you've had. What have you learned to make it so you can be so consistently good at different spots with different quarterbacks and different systems?
Just being me. I've been playing this game for a long time, obviously long before the NFL. I think I have a good feel for the game. Just got to go out there and, like I said before, it's just football. Go out there, know your assignment, and just play freely. Yeah.
What do you think of the prospect of playing a game 5 days after a trade? Think about Sunday.
I don't know. It's uncharted territory for me. The one time I did get traded mid-season, the Cowboys, they had a bye week that same week, so I kind of had a lot of time to prepare, to know the system and things of that nature. So this is definitely new for me. But at the end of the day, it's just football. I think I'm a pretty cerebral guy, at least cerebral enough to learn the playbook as fast as I can, so I can go out there and get lined up and just run routes, catch the ball, get open, compete in the run game. Yeah.
Let me see what the Browns got now. Because it's crazy that they left Jerry Jeudy over there by himself. Browns depth chart. It's crazy, man. They tried my boy Jeudy. Tried him. Man, they don't got no receivers over there with the Browns. They about to tank, bro. I don't care what y'all say. They gonna tank. The Browns will tank, man. Let me zoom in on this. Like, who they got at receiver? I love Jeudy, but he not no number one. He not no number one. If they had a quarterback that could get him the ball, okay, I would put Elijah Moore on my fantasy. Maybe Cedric. At least let Jameis play one game, see what he can do. See what he can do. Or they're probably just waiting for for Watson to get hurt, and then boom, they're gonna put Jameis in and watch him ball out. Watch him ball out. I mean, they got a good O-line as well, but they've been suffering a lot of injuries with Jedrick Wills and Jake Conklin. A lot of injuries. Benito, he's still straight. Wyatt Teller, IR. Weipler, IR. Nick Harris, IR. So the Browns, they just a horrible team in regards to offense. Defense, they still okay, but look at all the injuries on defense. Questionable Grant Delpit, questionable Denzel Ward, questionable Ronnie Hickman. So I'm pretty sure the Browns gonna finish fourth in a division. I'm pretty sure they already right there already, pretty much. To be honest, man, they should have never gave that boy that contract. Should never give him that contract.
Brandon Bean recalled the meeting, the pre-draft meeting you had with him when he was in Carolina.
Yeah.
Do you still recall that meeting and how you were outlining plays to him and all these things?
Yeah, I do remember that. I remember that meeting vividly because I didn't have many meetings coming out. I knew I would be, a top 5, top 10 pick. So obviously I had an agent at that point. We were very selective about who we met with. So yeah, I remember I met with him in a restaurant in Tuscaloosa that I used to go to all the time, and we talked some ball. So I remember it. Yeah.
Okay. The Bills been.
Being traded in season before, obviously you had the difference with the bye week, but can you lean on that experience of joining a new team on the fly as you prepare for this, journey here with the Bills?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, experience is the best teacher for 100%. It's easier to go through something that you've been through before. So definitely can lean on that for sure.
Boost individually, not even looking at what you were at in the past, but just a new change of scenery, something new. Does that reinvigorate you this season?
Yeah, it does. It does 100% for several reasons, actually. It's just that feeling of having a fresh beginning, a new start, blank canvas that you get to control your destiny, So, yeah.
Yeah, Coop, he never went. I think he went to the playoffs before, but he's kind of bleak in regards to him winning a Super Bowl. The Cowboys and the Raiders and who else? The Browns and now he with the Bills. This is the best shot for him to win the Super Bowl with this team right here. The best shot. But hey, me as a Dolphin fan, I don't want it to happen. I do not want it to happen. And the only person that could stop this is Jalen Ramsey. The only person.
I know you're a big chess player. Do you kind of take that onto the field with you as far as kind of how you set up people and how you play your game and kind of coordinate that the same way?
Yeah, I guess you can draw a lot of parallels from the two.
For real?
Definitely. I try to set people up with my route running, try to deceive them, try to make them think I'm going a way that I'm not going. So, yeah, definitely.
What do you remember about the 2022
yeah, I remember that game. I remember we were supposed to, I believe, play here. It was crazy, snowed in here, so we had to change location. I remember we drove to Detroit to play the Bills. I remember having a pretty decent game that game for sure. Definitely over 100 yards. I think I scored, but we did not win. So that was disappointing. But yeah, I remember the game.
Outside of the snow, what do you know about the city of Buffalo, surrounding area, Western New York?
Not much. I'm not gonna lie to you.
He don't know nothing.
I don't know much about.
He a Florida boy, man. Come to Florida, man. What you doing over there? What you doing over
Buffalo,
there, man?
Obviously, I've been to New York on several occasions, but never this way for real.
What do you think about being reunited with Adam Henry?
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, Adam Henry was definitely one of my favorite coaches. So
Adam Henry,
I feel real good. I mean, we have a good relationship. We was talking a lot after he and I both departed from the Cowboys. He's actually one of the few coaches that I kept in contact with so much like that. So I don't know, it was just unexpected, but we definitely have a good relationship. So yeah.
What are your expectations for Sunday, or can you set it?
I would still have to, kind of go through the week, get a routine.
I mean, they play the Titans, bro. They play the Titans. I feel like Coop gonna play. I feel like he gonna play.
Still learn the playbook and everything. I just got here, you know what I mean? So I don't really have an expectation right now that I can chalk up to being realistic until I go through the week. Obviously, if I had to answer the question, the expectation would just be, to take full advantage of my opportunities. That's it. I don't know what opportunities I will be blessed with for Sunday. But whatever it is, just take full advantage of it. Yeah.
How did you decide on what number to wear?
I only had 2 options.
What number he got?
Yeah.
Do you have previous relationships with that you've maybe already kind of communicated with since getting here?
Well, Frank Gore, me and him are from a similar place. I never really met him, but I know his dad. So I guess you could say we kind of have a quasi type relationship, I would say. Mike White
Mike White, I hate his eye. I hate Mike White. Frank Gore Jr., that's Frank Gore's son. He played for the Buffalo Bills. So the Buffalo Bills, they got a few Miami guys over there. A few Miami guys.
Played with him at the Cowboys. Not many people, honestly. But I still haven't met everybody. So yeah, still looking to meet some guys. Sure.
And you said it's like getting ready for the first day of school. What do you do? I mean, like, I know it's only 3 hours, but you like call people and talk about like, hey, what do you know about the Bills? Are you trying to catch up with new teammates? Like, how does that go?
The turnaround was so fast. So obviously I was getting a lot of calls and text messages and things like that. So yeah, I was looking at my phone a bit, but I was really just trying to take it all in, just trying to think about the situation. Mm-hmm. Like someone said earlier, it did kind of like reinvigorate me. It motivated me for sure. So I was just,
the Buffalo Bills, they beat us without Coop, but now they got Coop. I don't know if you're gonna beat the Buffalo Bills, man. I don't know.
I guess it was a very introspective drive, I would say. So.
Hey, but shout out to Coop, man. It's sad to see him in this colors, with this team. Anybody else, nobody in the AFC East, but the Jets did what they did, the Bills did what they did. I wouldn't be surprised if the Patriots did the same thing. They tried to get Ayuk this year. They tried to, but it ain't work out. Next, we got Huntley and Hill and Holland. Huntley, Hill, Holland. I look, you want to skip the Hill, but I don't see where Hill at. I want to see what Hill got to say about this trade right here.
My biggest style secret is tap stitch, and I wasn't going to tell you because it's that good. The quality.
He's been doing a great job. He's been doing a fantastic job over communicating with clarity, amongst the guys, and I can see the confidence like each and every week, from play calling, from getting guys aligned, and just understanding the playbook. So he's been doing a great job.
Is one of his key attributes that he's always smiling.
He's funny, man.
Yes, that is one of the great things about Snoop. You can see him in this building walking wherever. I seen him leaving out the bathroom earlier. He was smiling at me. He was in there for like 30 minutes. So
that's weird.
That was a good one. So he's always smiling, though. Snoop is a great guy, man. He's a very, I don't know the word I'm looking for, but, yeah, he's always smiling.
You hope to put it has to be a disappointing offensive showing the first, but this bye week, were you able to just put that aside and almost like a fresh start here?
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. The great thing about, the NFL is, it's going to continue on going, and obviously we get a chance to, learn from our mistakes in the past and get better from it. We got a great head coach who does a great job of, holding himself accountable, holding his players accountable. So, today we had a great, day of practice. Obviously, things aren't going to go.
I feel like Tyreek, he going to score this week. He going to score against the Colts this week. To be honest, like what cornerbacks they got to guard Tyreek? What cornerbacks? So I feel like Tyreek going to score. Maybe even Odell. I've been thinking Odell might score or Jalen Wright. Odell or Jalen Wright might score. But Tyreek Hill, he's scoring for sure. These aren't
going to go perfect, but I believe our operation was great. Guys were getting out of the huddle good. No pre-snap penalties as far as false starts from wideouts to running backs to linemen. So
it's practice. It's practice, man. It's just practice. Do it in a game.
I think today was a good start. To where we used to be.
Tyreek, has Mike come up with different ways to get you the ball, and do you think that's been needed?
Nah, I don't think it's needed. Like I said, our head coach, he does a great job. He understands situations, And like it's so many guys to get the ball to there, man. Not only me, you got Waddle, A-Chain, Odell, Heem, so Joe New, so my job is my job, whenever he calls my play to get open, I'm gonna do my thing, so he doesn't have to, try to force it or anything. So
Do you feel like you've been playing at the same level as you have in years past? I know the numbers aren't there, but you lost your quarterback, obviously.
I'm gonna do my thing, man, regardless. You feel me? Cheetah gonna be cheetah.
I don't know about that. The last few weeks, Cheetah, you haven't been Cheetah. You've been more so of a cat these last few weeks, fam. We're gonna need that Cheetah back this week and for the rest of the year. No matter who the quarterback is, if you're the best receiver in the league, the best player in the league, it shouldn't matter who the quarterback is. You should at least put up 70 each game. At least 6 catches, at least 6.
Make no excuses. I ain't gonna point anybody out because that's not what I do, man. But I will say, I'm Cheetah, baby. So I'm gonna deal with any circumstance that I got. I'm here for this team. I'm here for my brothers all day long. If I'm open, I'm not gonna go to the sideline and point it out. We just gonna fix it on whenever we watch film together as an offense the next day. So as long as I continue to put it on film and do it right.
Tyreek, if you guys, when you get to 3-3, considering some of the struggles, are you, I'll say, happy with that record, but knowing there's still 10 games ahead, confident in where you are moving forward?
We're always happy about winning, so I think that's the most positive thing, any team will want.
But it's the Patriots, though. It's the Patriots. Hey, I'll take a win. It don't matter what team. I'll take a win, but we got to beat the good teams. That's what's going to make me feel good about the Dolphins, beating good teams. Beating real good teams, man.
Obviously, the season didn't start the way, the first few games didn't start the way we wanted it to. You said it, we 3-3, but it's all about how you finish. Hopefully, down this long stretch that we got, we can put together some wins. So,
Tyreek, you mean to tell me you come back to the sideline, you don't say anything to the quarterback?
No, I don't.
Man,
I just tell him, hey, man.
He say something to coach. He definitely do that right there.
Man, let's go. Keep going. That's my mentality, bro. I've always been like that, dog. My parents raised me in a different, shape or form. I know a lot of people try to compare me to AB all the time, but I never run off the field and ruin my paycheck like that.
He not lying, though. He not lying.
I'm smart at the end of the day. I got kids to take care of, so I'm never gonna do that. I love AB to death, but I just feel like at the end of the day, man, if you put it on tape, my dad always told me, if you put it on tape, the eye in the sky, it won't lie. So if you open, they'll see it. Keep doing it over and over again. That's the mentality, man. So
true.
But not in a bad way. You could have a constructive.
Oh yeah, you can. But I feel like at the end of the day, a quarterback is almost like a kicker. If you say something to him, then you with his head, then he's like, I gotta find him out. Nah, I don't gotta do that. You feel me? When it's time, baby.
It's hard to know this, Tyreek, without Tua. But have you sensed the pre-snap motions have been as effective in getting defenses off balance? Have you noticed the pre-snap motions have been as effective in getting defenses off balance this year as they were for you guys last year?
Nah, everybody used to it now. Everybody used to it.
Yeah, they have.
Nah, they haven't. Nah.
I feel like they've been like the pre-snap motions.
You see, he's stuttering and stuff like that. He know it hasn't. He know it.
Have been helping us a lot, whether that's getting bump coverage off me and Waddle so we can have those free releases. Whether that's, trying to figure out, what kind of defense are they playing, or are they running shell, or are they running, cover 4, so pre-snap motions have been, helping us out a lot. What's up?
Tyreek, what's your reaction to Devontae Adams and Amari Cooper joining the AFC East? You feel like a trendsetter, a Pro Bowl receiver getting traded to the AFC East like that?
They still not the best receiver in the league, because I am.
Oh, wow.
And I stand on that. Yeah, what?
These last few weeks, bro, you ain't scored nothing. I think Coop scored before you this week. I think so.
That's it. That's who we want it. I want my mama to send me this and say, yo, you talking your trash today, because I am, man.
Oh, man.
Nah, I'm definitely happy for, Devontae, man. Teaming back up, with his old quarterback. I know that's obviously, where he wanted to be. And for Amari, I think him and Josh Allen, those guys, those two guys will play very well together because Amari is still like one of those guys that can get open,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So it's gonna be like a good test, man, for our DBs whenever we play them. But we got Jalen Ramsey on our team. He's great.
I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that. Like Jalen Ramsey, he has his history against good route runners. He has his history.
Hard to play with a broken bone in the hand. Do you think you're going to be able to with some sort of protection on it this Sunday?
Definitely gonna be day to day. So yeah, just keep it at day to day.
How'd you feel today?
Felt good. It's just my hand, so the rest of my limbs feel good. Yeah.
Yeah, Javon, he playing. Javon Holly, he playing. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. He playing.
Is it hard to play with a cast on or something like, not a cast per se, but some sort of protective covering in your position? Is it difficult to play safety position, not you specifically, to play with a protective thing on your hand?
Presumably, yeah. I've never really done it before, so it's my first time. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna assume it's gonna be a little difficult. You know what I mean? If I have to club it or I don't.
I mean, we seen Ronnie Lott, one of the best safeties of all time, you know, tackle with like a whole cast on. I think he broke his forearm or something like that. His whole hand, he broke it, and he still played. So I think Javon, he's still gonna play. We've seen Javon play like that before with a cast. I think we've seen that before.
I'm not really sure yet, so. But yeah, I'm gonna assume it's gonna be a little hard. Catch the ball or whatnot, because you know it's kind of in the way. What? Okay, right.
If you play with some kind of cast or club on it, do you plan on using it to try to draw a ball loose like you did that week 1 game?
I mean, probably. It probably won't hurt that bad since it's cast and everything. So yeah, I'll probably end up doing that.
What is this feeling like when you're running around?
Hey, we need a fumble. We need a fumble, fam. Please.
Honestly, this is my first broken like bone for real. So it kind of just feels like a bad jam almost. You know what I mean? So that's as best I can explain it.
Do you and Mike and the trainers want to go through the week before deciding your status for Sunday?
Yeah. And the doctors and whatnot.
What do you think about facing Anthony Richardson?
So you think you know Wicks. Do you really?
Not bad, y'all. Hold on.
First up, we've got...
It's going to be fun. He's got a strong arm. You know, he can, make plays with his feet. They've got a good offense, and I'm looking forward to it.
Don't tackle him. Do not tackle ATR. Please don't. You're going to get hurt trying to tackle ATR. 250, 260 at quarterback.
When you face a quarterback, is it that kind of athleticism? What kind of challenges does it present to the secondary?
Just extending the plays. That's really kind of the difficult part. A lot of the time, like in zones or whatnot, if we're in a big zone and they, spread the field, it opens up the middle for him to run. So that makes it difficult. Obviously, we got to come off coverage and make the tackle. If he can extend plays and keep his eyes downfield, we got to cover for longer. So just that. And then even in the front, they got to keep their run lanes, and that's hard for them because a lot of the time, there are gaps where they can go make plays on a quarterback, but because he's so athletic, then it's easy for him to evade and get into open lanes. So, yeah.
Do you feel like the bye week is kind of like a reset?
I mean, I would hope so. I mean, I hope everybody decided to reset this week. I mean, you got 4 days off, kick it, chill, come back with a fresh mindset. Everybody's body's fresh. So I would hope they use it as a reset.
Javon, besides the athleticism, did you get a chance to see that throw he made? I think it was in week 1.
Yeah, it was a bomb. It was to Pierce, I think. Yeah, he's canning.
When a quarterback can do that, how does it impact how deep you have to play as a safety? Is it something you have to just be constantly mindful of throughout the play?
Hey, look at Adam Beasley in the background. Look at Adam Beasley. That boy, he trying to get that coverage.
Yeah, I think it's just continuing to play through the whistle. Because a lot of the times, deep balls like that, you kind of just kick it. It gets to a point where you're already back there, covered him, and the receiver keeps running. And you're kind of all right, the quarterback's not going to throw it. He's too far. But with a quarterback like that, with a cannon like that, then you got to just keep on going back.
Mm-hmm. Joe Flacco and ATR, they both got a good arm. Definitely have a good arm. Back in the day, Joe Flacco, he low-key had a stronger arm than Peyton Manning. Low-key, when they was going back and forth, Baltimore versus Broncos, Joe Flacco, he low-key had a better arm, but Peyton Manning, he was a better quarterback, a better processor.
On third down, I think it's just stretching our keys and fundamentals, honestly. I mean, that for defense, if you just play the call, do your job as a 1/11th of the defense, then you're going to eventually come out successful, especially because our coaches are putting us in position to be successful. So if you don't try to do too much and force plays and you just work your technique, then you'll be all right.
Besides dealing with your hand, was there anything specific that you did during the bye week to kind of help you reset?
No, I mean, I was kicking it out. I mean, it was like a tornado. Also, I didn't want to meet the team. They're gonna kill it. But anyway, there was like a tornado and like hurricane. So I was just really trying to kick it. Oregon whooped on Ohio State, so.
Oh wow.
Jerome Baker, that's my guy, but I knew it was gonna happen. But anyway, we got Purdue next, so on Friday y'all tap in. But yeah, other than that, no.
Oregon undefeated.
Cool.
Oregon undefeated. Y'all let me know in the comments.
Coach McDaniel said today it's a night and day difference since you first arrived. What would you say is working for you now and continue to play?
Just continue of reps. You know, you keep going through reps, and the more you get more reps, the better you feel.
Did you spend the bye week like just throwing yourself into the play?
Yeah, just hone in on the footwork and all the various calls. I'm just trying to recite them to myself and get a great feel for them.
I think Waddle mentioned that you called guys back early from the bye week to throw passes to. Was that last Thursday, Friday, and how many guys had you called to come back early? How many showed up?
I didn't really want to bother too many guys. You know what I mean? The guys that was able to come back early and I had a chance to catch a few passes. You know, it was good.
Was it Waddle?
Who? Yeah, I want to know who.
Who else in that group?
You got a couple guys. We got New. We got it was a couple guys there. You know.
Man, he don't want to say it. He don't want to say it. That means Tyree can't pull up. Who else ain't pull up? Waddle probably ain't pull up. Odell ain't pull up. I don't think them was pulled up. Like the backup receivers pulled up. That's what I think.
And was this like Friday of the bye week?
Saturday, Sunday. Yep.
So if we were just a backup quarterback, it's obviously to play as long as you can, but the team certainly wants to see Tua back as soon as possible. Does it go through your mind, hey, this might be the last time I get to play for a while?
Man, you know, I'm just looking at the opportunities, you know, just working to win this game this week, and that's all I could control.
How do you feel like this has gone for you, this Miami experience?
Man, it's been
Snoop, if you want to be the starter for the remainder of the year, bro, I'm going to give you instructions in regards to what you got to do on Sunday. You got to throw for at least 350, 400 yards, which is probably not going to happen. You probably got to throw for at least 3 touchdowns. You know, you got to run for at least 50 yards. 100, you for sure the starter. Run for 100 yards, you for sure the starter. Get at least 1 rushing touchdown. You know, you could throw an interception, but no more after 1. No more after 1. If you want to be the starter, you got to put up those stats right there. Simple as that. Simple as that.
Going great, and it's only going to get better as much time as I'm here, and you know, we're just going to continue to build off of that.
How familiar are you with the Colts defense? Have you faced them in recent years?
Yeah. We played them a couple times in Baltimore. You know, they're good defense. Fly sideline to sideline. You know, yeah.
Is it more about the comfort level for you? I mean by that is you doubled your passing yards in the last game.
Yeah, definitely. That's all it is. You know, repping plays. Like I said, you know, repping plays give us a better chance of, you know, feeling more comfortable in it.
Like each week you see him getting closer and closer to becoming actually a decent quarterback in this scheme. On that first game, he ain't really looked too good. Second game against the Patriots, I think, he ain't looked too bad. You know, he almost threw a passing touchdown to Tyreek. I think he got called back because he was out of bounds. You know, so this week I think he's gonna score. He's gonna pass for at least 1 touchdown. At least 1.
Asking about the one game you got going, what does that do for you?
That opened up a lot for the pass lanes. You know, the defense got to stay honest and be able to get some passes downfield.
And with that said, do you think there's possibilities of you getting incorporated more into the ball?
I'm here to play quarterback, so you know, I make runs when I need to, and you know.
Is anybody local, friends or family or coaches or high school football friends, anybody new going to come to this one that hasn't been out yet?
I don't know. If so, they all got their tickets on their own. I wouldn't know. So, yeah.
You're reaching to get that first touchdown pass because it's been almost a year since you thrown a touchdown pass. You've been waiting to get Seattle last night.
Yeah. I had one Steelers game too. That was a little later in the year, but man, you know, whatever it takes for this team to win, you know, that's what we're gonna do, and I hope to come out with a lot of passing touchdowns.
How beneficial?
Please, at least 2. At least 2.
Like you have a deeper understanding of the offense.
Yeah, definitely. It was great to have the bye week when we did. You know, gave our time to get a break. You know, I got time to move in my house, and then you know, got settled in and able to get in my playbook.
It was earlier bye week than
we're used to. But in this case, do you think it was ideal for this team to kind of be rejuvenated and sort of get the cobwebs out and just sort of put everything, all the negative stuff behind them as far as what's happened on the field?
Yeah, definitely. It was good to go into the bye week with a win. We just gonna build off of that, and got some days to rest up and be ready for the this week coming up.
Do you know anything about their young quarterback, Anthony Richardson from University of Florida? Have you seen any highlights from him?
Yeah. I used to watch. I watched him when he played at Florida. He's a great quarterback, and then made a lot of plays, and he's a baller.
So you said you got newly settled in. It had been a long time.
Only Florida where you gonna find those Lamars. Only Florida. I don't know where Michael Vick from. I don't think he's from Florida. I think he's from Georgia. But if you need like a running quarterback, Florida is the place to be. Florida is the place. Jaden Daniels, I think he's from Cali. I think so. Oregon 6-0 right now. Okay. I figured because they beat Ohio State. I'm like, damn, if they beat Ohio State, that means nobody else probably beat them. Nobody else. But I think Boise State almost beat them the other week. Boise State with Genty.
South Florida resident, right?
Yeah. So
what was that like?
it was good, being able to have your own place, not being in the hotel, living out your suitcase.
Crazy.
What is your confidence level at right now, being able to have a break like this, but being able to grow the chemistry?
It's great. I got great confidence in our team, and especially our coaches. They've been prepping me, getting me ready every week, and it's only gonna get better.
Are you a Taylor Swift fan?
I like Taylor Swift, the person that she is, that's really not my cup of tea, but she's I could tell from a distance she's a great person.
I like that answer. I like that. He could have said Kodak. Could have said that. We all know he Kodak. We all know that. Next video, Davante Adams, he a Jet now. Mike Williams, he flagged on the play, dropped a few passes. The boy said, we done with you. We got rid of the head coach. Now it's your turn. You going too. So now it seems like Aaron Rodgers, he got that team that he had with the Green Bay Packers back. He got Lazard. He got Adams. He got Garrett Wilson. So Garrett Wilson, I think he's going to play a lot of the slot. And he's going to play a little bit on the outside, but Garrett Wilson, he could play the outside too. But with Alan Lazard, I wouldn't put him at the slot. I would not do that. So we're gonna see how they're gonna make this offense work. They also got Breece Hall. They got Braylon Allen as well. He's gonna be a good running back. They might get rid of Breece Hall before they sign him to that contract and just go with Braylon Allen. They might do that. I have a good feeling about that. Good feeling. But let's check out about this trade, man, that happened earlier with Davante Adams.
To a trade with the Las Vegas Raiders for Davante Adams. Let's bring Adam Schefter in here. Adam, first of all, how did it all go down?
Well, Laura, the Raiders have been insistent that they get a second-round draft pick and not pay down any of Davante Adams' salary. And in the end, they get a conditional third that can become a third-round pick, that can become a second if Davante Adams is either voted first-team All-Pro or the Jets make it to the AFC Championship game.
Yeah, that's a third-round pick. That's a third-round pick. Ain't no way, bro. I don't think they're going to get that. I don't think so. Even though they added Davante Adams, I don't think they're going to the AFC Championship yet. I don't think so. And I don't think he's going to be voted All-Pro first team. I don't think so.
Or Super Bowl, and he's on the active roster for either of those games. If any of those conditions are met, it then will become a second-round draft pick. But the two sides have been having conversations on Monday. They agreed to the parameters of a deal. Davante Adams took a red-eye flight late Monday night, early Monday morning, flew into New Jersey, took the physical with the Jets, and the trade became official. Now, he's been dealing with that hamstring injury that caused him to miss the last few games with the Las Vegas Raiders. There's a chance he could be ready to play Sunday night against Pittsburgh. We'll see if he's ready or not. The Jets will take a look at him this week, and if he's ready to go, he'd love to make his debut on Sunday Night Football with Aaron Rodgers. If not, it won't be much longer, and he should be back by the next week. But either way, Davante Adams, Aaron Rodgers matched up again. The Jets recognize that they have talent. They don't want to waste what potentially could be the last season of Aaron Rodgers' career, and they have traded for one of his favorite receivers in his NFL career.
Love it, Adam.
Yeah,
all of a sudden, that hamstring feels a little bit better maybe for Devontae. We got a lot more breaking news to get to, so you stay right there. Rodgers made his weekly appearance on the Pat McAfee show, and here's how he said he found out about Devontae Adams.
Let's see what's in here. Boom, 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 boom. Hat looking good.
I was pissed driving home through traffic. Had a couple messages. I was just not in the mood to talk to anybody. Got home. And
yeah, that's the problem with this guy right here. That's the problem. He feels too entitled, man. Too entitled. You know, I respect Aaron Rodgers for being the quarterback that he is, but it's just like, bro, his attitude, bro. I don't like it. I don't like it, man. He a good guy, but you know the way he be acting sometimes, I don't know. Like, you're not gonna win a Super Bowl this year. Ain't no way the Jets win a Super Bowl. Ain't no way. I don't care what. That quick?
Hey, good to see you, Tank.
Well, he was been in New York, bro. He had to be in New York, bro. Ain't no way.
Good to see you, man. Congrats.
I'm sure there's a few new, little nuances, but for the most part, a lot of the same verbiage. Still the same OG right here, so should be able to pick up where we left off. You know, that's the idea.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Tay is one of my closest friends in the league. I mean, I've been fortunate in 20 years to meet a lot of lifetime friends and guys I played with that I still keep in touch with. And Tay's right at the top of the list of guys that I really care about that are family to me. Tay and I have done a lot of great things over the years. He's made me look good a lot of times. So I'm
he threw shots at Mike Williams on that one.
Really excited about it.
At football.
Yeah, he's really good at football. It's Swagoo talking about it. All right, get to you in a second. Devontae Adams made his first Pro Bowl in 2017.
Man.
He made in each of his final 5 seasons in Green Bay, of course, as well. And in that time, Aaron Rodgers and Adams linked up for 52 touchdowns, which was by far the most of any QB receiver duo in the NFL. Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill ranked second with 41. Mina, we start with you. What did you make of this move?
Expected, necessary.
By the way, wait. Mina Kimes, Marcus Spears, Dan Orlovsky, and Andrew Hawkins. Sorry, guys. We hadn't seen everybody yet, but I see you guys all the time, which is the best thing of my life. Go ahead. What do you think of the move?
Yeah, I mean, it was smart, and I think what they gave up for him, a third that could become a second if they make it to the championship, totally worth it for a team that's all in. As far as Devontae Adams, the player, this is an offense where timing matters.
I don't know if y'all know about Mina Kimes, bro. I want to show y'all something about Mina Kimes real quick. This is important right here. I'm not even gonna lie. This is important. This is gonna make y'all laugh. Coach JB Mina Kimes. Let me see. I think this is the one right here. Nah. I think this is the one.
Mina Kimes has come out and said yesterday. I don't know if we have a video on this, Bailey, or not. I should have asked you.
This is like the funniest thing I heard in a while, bro. The funniest thing.
But Bailey does have the tweet, and it says, do we have the video, Bailey? Can we get the video so everyone knows what she's saying? My bad, Bailey. I put Bailey in the bad spot on that one. We should have had the video because this wasn't a discussion, but I wanted to bring it up.
Bad coaching. Bad coaching.
We're going to bring it up with Noel, though, on the big board. So I want to give everybody some context that doesn't know that Mina basically came out. All right. Bailey's going to find the video. And I basically came out and said that they're making quarterbacks check the ball down because of all the too high safeties that was being played. And it's at an all-time high. We've never seen this much too high. I mean, dog, I can't do it much longer. I'm just gonna be real with you. I can't do it. I tagged Dan Orlovsky because I'm tired of dealing with him. Take a listen to a video?
I think there are a couple things, Laura, that stand out. One, you got a lot of rookie quarterbacks playing, and historically, rookie quarterbacks have always struggled out the gate. I think a couple of those guys that you mentioned have been struggling for a while. Deshaun Watson, Bryce Young, Kirk Cousins, obviously with the injury. But another thing I think that's pretty significant is the way defenses are playing offenses, which is to say, basically daring them to either run the ball or check it down. In fact, in week 1, defenses played with light boxes against the run at the highest rate since NGS started tracking the data 8 years ago. They played too high shell coverage at the highest rate since NGS by a pretty dramatic margin. And because of that, you'll see here, the average depth of target for quarterbacks was the lowest it's been in years. Not just the lowest, though. It's been trending down for a while. Took a sharp turn. I mean, we're talking about a full yard down since 2019. So essentially, defenses are making quarterbacks into a bunch of checkdown artists.
Based upon, this is my first time seeing the video. Based upon what she said.
Yeah, I watch this show every morning. I swear, every morning, man. I love this show right here.
Said it sound. I know enough about her to know she's very like she goes based upon stats and like
What the teleprompter says.
No.
Be honest.
This ain't no teleprompter read.
Yeah, it is.
No, this is not.
She's definitely reading.
Look at her. This ain't a teleprompter read.
She's reading.
This is from her researcher. Okay. Let me break it down to you. Every talent has a researcher for themselves.
I know.
They go in, they let you know what the topic is going to be for that day of the show. They ask the talent what's their just overall opinion on said topic, and then the researcher feeds them with enough information to back up whatever they're trying to do. So Mina probably went in and said, I feel like these QBs are they're not throwing the same amount of yards that they've done in the past. Give me as much information you can give me to back up that point. And they gave her actual probably numbers and stats that backed up the fact that last week they
look at his
played
face, bro.
that defense at a higher percentage than they've done in a while. That's how I'm reading it. I don't think she said.
Look at Coach JV's face, bro. He about to snap on her watch. He about to
saying
snap.
that they've never played cover 2 shell. That's never. No. I'm reading that like she's saying based upon actual literal statistics and numbers. This is what the data is telling me. I just want to start there, but go ahead.
Listen, Smitty works at Fox. He knows how this thing works. He knows the inner workings of this thing.
And you do. I mean, you've been around. So
but that doesn't mean what she said is fact. Bottom line is she's a statistical nightmare. She's living off teleprompters that her boss. And I'm going to say what Smitty just said and call it her boss. What I mean by her boss means whoever's giving her the information to read is all she does. That's all she does. She literally, I don't know. Listen, I might come off and sound crazy here, but I'm going to be honest. Has anyone ever gone to the clinic? Coaches, have you guys gone to the AFCA?
I know who you're talking about.
Have you guys all gone to the AFCA clinic or the Glazier clinic and went out and sought out the fucking Asian female to talk to her about coverage, quarters, and cover 2? Has anyone in this chat, any coaches out there, have you guys sought out? Have you guys gone after the small Asian girl?
Oh man!
Can I go find the small Asian girl to break down cover 2 for me?
Man, this is
Coach
funny,
Davis.
bro.
Have you ever done that? I'm asking a question, dog.
I mean, he's not lying. I ain't gonna lie.
No hate. I'm just throwing a question out there. I haven't seen it. I've never seen it. I've never seen going out and asking the girl at the clinic about quarters coverage. But anyway, listen, having said that, she literally just came on ESPN and on a huge network, and they allowed her to say what she said. And look at my tweet there. God damn. Can someone please shut this up? She is embarrassing to listen to. Mina, you know nothing. You are repeating data from your boss's teleprompter, as Smitty just eloquently said.
Oh, man.
2 high safeties have been around far before you.
I'm not going to watch the whole thing, man. This is funny. It's too funny, man. Let's get back to Davante Adams, bro. He tried Mina Cons, man. Tried her. He's saying that whatever she's saying, she got it from her boss. That's what he's saying, bro. He tried her, bro.
A great deal, and I think we have seen over the course of the first few weeks that timing has been off in key moments. Bringing in Davante Adams, who has better chemistry with Aaron Rodgers than most receivers ever in the NFL. It's a no-brainer, especially when you think back to last night. The Jets lost that game in large part because they didn't produce in the red zone. I don't think they go 1 for 4 in the red zone if Davante Adams is on this team. I also love what it does for the rest of the team. We were talking about this before the show.
Need a UGC video for your business? Find me and many skilled creators on Fiverr. Or you could grab a camera.
Number of things. I think defenses will play significantly less man coverage against the Jets, which they've been unafraid to do. Aaron Rodgers is going to see a lot more shell coverage, which I think he's very good at picking apart. It's going to help the run game. Breece Hall is going to get more light boxes. He looked good running into those last night. And then finally, Garrett Wilson. I mean, what a problem for opposing defenses covering both of those guys at once. It's awesome.
I covered it all. That's the impact. Everyone.
Okay, we got Davante Adams for Jalen Ramsey. Who gonna get Garrett Wilson? Ain't no way Cater could guard him. Ain't no way Kendall Fuller. I don't know if you could guard Garrett Wilson. I don't know.
It's better because of it. It has the visions of Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, Davante, A.J. Brown, where it's very simply put, you put Davante out there by himself and say, hey, Aaron, if you like Davante, throw it to him. Yep. If not, we can run the football like Mina's talking about with light boxes. Aaron's going to control the line of scrimmage. We can get Garrett Wilson on matchups. Alan Lazard's going to get more favorable matchups. The offensive line's going to have to block less in shorter amounts of times because the ball is going to get out quicker. So the amount of impact and the butterfly effect, it's rare that a receiver does this to an offense. He is one that makes everybody's job easier and better. Does this fix their issue? No. Their issue is deep.
Blah, blah, blah. Neither Amari Cooper or a Jets team without a coach is a difference maker. I don't know, man. Hey, the Jets, they almost beat the Bills last night. Was it last night? Or no, Monday night. Almost beat the Bills, man. So I wouldn't say that right there, fam. Wouldn't say that blockchain gang.
Details. They got to get more detail obsessed. The better players, the less details are needed, essentially, to play good football.
And on top of that, for Aaron Rodgers, to your point, this is an all-in organization at the moment, right? We don't know what we have left of Aaron. We have this really good team now. We have to win. When you think about those details and what Aaron needs from the offense, he now has a player that he doesn't have to coach those with. He doesn't have to question whether or not he understands the timing of what this play is.
Where the back shoulder is going to be.
Or the back shoulder. Or are you on the red line and have the proper spacing, right? That's important. Mm-hmm. And the big question will be, well, what happens to Garrett Wilson? Well, what Garrett Wilson does really well, he separates and he's great after the catch. Well, now he's not going to be going against a team's top corner.
Don't you think it helps Garrett?
It does help.
Yeah, it does help.
There's going to be less targets, right? The more targets you have as a receiver, you understand the more opportunities, but they're going to be more valuable targets.
Yeah.
The situations he's going to be in those targets, he's not going to be going against the top defender.
Right.
He's going to have a lot more one-on-one.
Easier.
He's going to be able to get open in more places. He moves around, and with Davante Adams, there's going to be so much attention to him that he'll be able to actually probably elevate his game.
I think for the sake of not being repetitive, because all of y'all said the impact he has on the team, but this is a playoff move. Like the playoffs, 100%. The playoffs are about players. And y'all hear me say it every year.
That's what I'm saying. The fact that the Jets and the Bills did this, that goes to show you, like, them boys, they're not going out without a fight, bro. They're not going to go out without a fight. So we still got to be on the lookout for the Jets, even though they fired their head coach. He was a defensive head coach. They still got the same offensive staff. You know, I feel like they're going to keep on getting better. You know, plus now they got Davante Adams. So that could work out for them with Josh Allen. I feel like we're seeing what he's doing with Khalil Shakir, Kincaid. Now he got Cooper out there. And they still got the same coaching staff. So that might push us to being third in this division. That might push us there. But, hey, I feel like we still got a chance to compete. It just depends on what Odell does. Because Odell, he's pretty much what we did in regards to bringing in our own Davante Adams, our own Amari Cooper. They did that. But we're going to see who wide receiver core does better, the Jets, Bills, or the Dolphins.
Pat Mahomes' legs come into play in the playoffs. Lamar Jackson winning games because he's a playmaker. Obviously, the season is not going how they want it to go, and he can help rectify that. But it's when you get into the dance is what Woody Johnson is thinking from an ownership perspective. We got to put playmakers around, and the familiarity that him and Aaron has can pay dividends in critical situations in playoff games.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, that's what the move really entailed. Because if they didn't feel like they were a playoff team, you don't trade for Davante Adams.
I agree.
Right?
They do. I mean, and just a couple things, from being on the game call last night, watching Aaron Rodgers, he is still trying to coach up those receivers throughout the game. So this does give him a comfort level. He's trying to get the ball out so quick, Dan. And we did see the scheme change with Todd Downing taking over the play calling. Some things looked a little different. There's still a lot that's the same. How does Davante fit into that?
He could play today. I honestly believe that if the Jets had a game and on Tuesday Night Football, Davante could step out there and play. The motions, they don't do a ton of it. They did much more last night. Obviously had a massive benefit. I think Davante will seamlessly step into this offense. And I'm not going to be surprised, honestly, if he plays Sunday night and the first snap of the game goes to Davante. I remember when the Rams acquired OBJ. The first
I'm telling you, I think Davante scores, man. I think Davante scores. I put a parlay slip in. I put Davante Adams touchdown. I put Amari Cooper touchdown, and I put Odell Beckham touchdown. I think those three guys will score on Sunday. I have a feeling.
From a hitch route against the San Francisco 49ers. I think that Davante will step right in. Mina's point about the red zone impact is probably going to be the one that gets felt the best.
Yeah.
What if there was a new way to stay, designed to help you travel better, with spaces for any.
But Jets, by the way, after the trade, the Jets' odds to win the AFC East dropped from plus 650 to plus 500 at ESPN Bet. So definitely an impact felt there. Mina, specifically to that, the red zone woes. I mean, if you look back just at last night's game, it's a key divisional game. So that's what they're thinking about when it comes to playoffs. If they had been able to score in the red zone, the game probably looks a little bit different. No discredit to the Bills. They did their job.
Yeah.
Like the Jets probably winning that game against the Bills if they had Davante Adams there earlier. They probably winning.
It's not wrong, although obviously they had a Hail Mary, missed field goals, crazy game. I think, though, with red zone in particular, this is an area where you talk about players playing the playoffs. That's what really matters in the red zone. I mean, you can have cool play calls, and I'm sure Todd Downing will do a better job of that than what we've seen. But so the chemistry between the receiver and the quarterback is so important in the tight red area. And we have seen time and time again, Aaron Rodgers, when the ball comes out so quick, it's because he knows Davante Adams is going to get open and catch it.
And don't forget, in Green Bay, they threw so many touchdown passes on like RPOs at like the 2-yard line.
Yeah.
Where it was a one-stepper or a quick fade or a one-step slant. They haven't had that in New York.
And I guess we're buying that just they immediately get right back together and they play just how they always were before.
100%.
Okay.
Thinking is overrated. You have to look forward. You have to look forward to the games we're going to play each and every week and try to win all of them. And that's basic stuff, right?
Are you
I was saying Talladega Nights. You've heard of that?
Yeah.
Remember that one scene? He said, "You're not a thinker. You're a driver." Yeah. Right. And a lot of times it is. You just have to go with your instinct and what's the best thing to build a team, and build a winning team, and most importantly, build a culture. Salvageable. We're gonna kick. You can add the words after that. No, we're gonna do really well. We're gonna do well.
We're gonna see.
Salvage is at the end.
We're gonna see.
This is the beginning.
On commercial break right now. Well, let's get Dan Graziano in here for some more on this. Graz,
The way that O-line looked for Aaron Rodgers, I don't know, maybe they need something in that O-line as well. They did what they could this offseason to try to fix it, but it's still not fixed. The O-line, man, when you have the chance to fix the O-line, do it. Take the opportunity. Take the opportunity, man. That's why I was so in regards to us keeping Robert Hunt. I wanted that right there.
take us through all the details of how this deal got done.
Look, it's been going on for a couple of weeks. Contrary to what Woody said, the Jets have been thinking about this for a while. Davante Adams felt like wanted out of Las Vegas for the last couple of weeks. Several teams had checked in. The Raiders have been telling people they wanted a second-round pick. It's reached a point where they were willing to offer a third that could convert to a second and take on the salary, and the Raiders couldn't pass that up. They worked on it over the weekend. They worked on it on Monday.
For a first, he would have been a Chief. For a first-round pick, he would have been a Chief.
He was there yesterday and was set to take
a first or two first. He would have been a Chief.
Physical today. So the Jets have made the trade. They've announced the trade. They've made it official. It's obviously another nod toward Aaron Rodgers and trying to find people and situations for the team that make him as comfortable as possible, because they need to get the best out of Aaron Rodgers in order to get the best out of their roster.
Yeah, trying to capitalize as much as they possibly can. The trade deadline 3 weeks away, but we got all sorts of movement today. So the Jets entered the season with a 57% chance to make the playoffs, according to ESPN Analytics, which was the 6th highest in the AFC. It got as high as 80% if New York started 2-1, and it's down to 46% now, which ranks 8th in the conference. Dan, when you think about how this is all going to shake out for long-term for the Jets this season, when it comes to their playoff hopes,
I think it puts them in the playoffs. I think this Jets team is closer than the win-loss record. They got 3 losses by, 10 points? 2 of them are basically because of field goals. I've said this. They got to get more detailed. The Jets have basically said 2 Hall of Famers go get us into the playoffs. Aaron's going to be in the Hall of Fame. Devontae's going to be on the Fame. Jets have 3 Hall of Famers on their offense with Tyron Smith at left tackle. I understand all of them are older, but there's still 3 Hall of Fame players. I think what I saw last night from the offensive scheme, I don't think the defense is going to play as poorly as it did both in week 1 and last night. Some were much better. They got to be better against the run. This puts the Jets in the playoffs. The most fascinating thing for me right now in the AFC playoff picture is I think 2, 2, and 4 teams get in. I believe the Jets and the Bengals will get in. Schedule helps.
What do you think, Huck?
Yeah, I think Davante Adams went from 1, 2, and 4 team not going to the playoffs to another 2 and 4 team that's not going to the playoffs.
Wow.
Wow.
I think that
at least you being honest.
He's going to make their offense better, but there are issues on the offensive line, consistency running the football. To your point, offensive detail, the defensive side.
But here's my pushback, Hawk. If they make 1 field goal last night, we're having a completely how many teams are losing?
That for a lot of teams.
How many teams?
They also hit a Hail Mary.
But how many teams have lost 2 games this?
Yeah, that's right. They did hit a Hail Mary at the end of the game, in that second quarter. They did hit that
season because of missed field goals.
At Custom Ink, we can help you create custom products with a meaning.
But Dio, we deal with the reality of today.
I understand that, but
I hear you about the field goals, but it's been 2 interceptions at the end of the game.
And to Mina's point, they hit a Hail Mary in the half that
it's not
might have blew the game out in the second half. Look, they have talent. I'm not saying they don't have talent. I don't think Davante Adams fixes the issues with this team. And I
agree. They have to fix their
great
details
defensively, but also the defensive coordinator now was worrying about the whole team. So we knew that there would be a step back defensively, and that could be the continuing case throughout the season.
He's delegated a lot of things. I'm not
going to go as far to say that I'm going to dismiss him from the playoffs. The AFC to me as a conference is haywire right now.
I agree.
Right? And you got a bunch of bad teams.
Yeah. And they got
the
a
AFC
favorable
as well.
schedule.
And it's favorable. So just by sheer numbers, right? You may get them sneaking in the back door at the 6 or 7 spot. But here's my thing. As a football team that we are trying, bro, there is so much change going on. And y'all know this. Sometimes, y'all remember when we was in the league and Philly signed every best free agent in America and didn't win a game? Now, I'm not saying that this won't be the case, but you got to think about as they move forward throughout the season, those teams with cohesiveness are going to be getting better too.
It matters.
And I just want to see how fast they put it together.
I think they could get into the playoffs, but I don't think they match up well with the best teams in the AFC once they're there. The run defense, I think, is going to be a huge issue against Baltimore and Buffalo. Both can run on them.
Agree.
Kansas City, that defense, I think, can go toe-to-toe with them. Houston, that pass rush is going to be a problem because this offensive line in New York is still an issue. I feel like the playoffs are about matchups, and if going against those 4 teams, I think I would pick every single one of the other teams in that.
The vantage point is what you think Davante is, and then what you think Davante actually does for this.
He's not his old self. Man. Next, we got the press conference of Davante. Let's see what he had to say.
Last week or 2 weeks been like for you, and then how did it feel when you found out this is where you were going?
It's been a roller coaster for sure. It's a weird thing to say, that I'm happy, but obviously it was time for a change, and this whole thing kind of transpired a little weird, but it's at the end of the day, we in a better place. I think that Raiders are in a better place as well, and everybody can kind of move on. But definitely been a roller coaster. It was a little bit up and down and left and right here and there, but we ultimately got it done.
What's it like being with Aaron again? Are you staying with him too? He told us.
Yeah. Well, I don't know yet. We haven't played yet, so I don't know. He might not be as good as he used to be. So we'll see. But No,
I hope
seriously. I mean,
so.
it's great. Just being back, being able to be with my guy. Like first and foremost, just being able to spend time with him every day again is something that I put a lot of value on. So just having his company, but obviously having him as my quarterback again. I mean, we've
It's crazy how shit changes, bro. Crazy.
he was part of why I am who I am and why I turned into the player, whether it's the cerebral approach, it's the, the attention to detail, just learning from him and watching him operate and just how dialed in he is at all times. I feel like that has a lot to do with how I ultimately ended up being, kind of functioning the way I do as a player. So it's a good deal. It's definitely good to be around him and be around the guys, and a lot of familiar faces in here, a few former Packers, former Raiders too. So it's good.
You view this
Lazard,
you
former
view this
Raiders.
as a multi-year relationship, Devontae, being here with the Jets, not Aaron, but with the Jets organization.
You said a multi-who?
Yeah, multi-year.
Multiple years. I mean, I hope so. That's the plan. I mean, I want to be here. I never go somewhere in hopes of having to find a new home. So that's the hope.
How is the hamstring?
Well, he did that with the Raiders. That's what he did.
Yeah, whatever a full load is, but definitely I'll be able to roll. I'll be feeling good right now, and was running around today. We had a jog through practice today, but it was good. Felt good running around.
Devontae, what was Monday like? I'm wondering if you were even watching the Jet game on TV. When did you find out that it was happening? And then, of course, you jump on the red eye, and I guess you called Aaron before you.
Yeah. I mean, Monday was a whirlwind. I was not aware that it was going down, and then, I ended up getting a little bit of communication that it was close to happening, and had to jump on a plane and wanted to make sure I talked to him before I was already out here, just because I know that the game. First, we recapped the game, talked about it just like we always do. Even last year we get together at the games and whether it's a FaceTime or on the phone and just talk about football. So got a little bit of that. Talked about a couple of the things in the game that things that we clicked up on before, things that we may have missed that I need to know moving forward. And just sprung the news. We actually talked about the game for a good amount of time before I said anything about being on the way. So I just want
they were talking about Mike Williams. That's what they was talking about.
To get a feel for him, see where his mind was, and then definitely put him in a much better mood after the game when I let him know.
How are you viewing this opportunity to team up with Garrett Wilson and the Jets receiving core?
I mean, it's the same as I did, in Vegas. We had some dogs over there too with Trey Tucker, and it's guys that getting more opportunities now. DJ Turner, obviously Jacoby Myers, and we had a hell of a crew over there, and I was real close with those guys, so definitely gonna be missing them. But being able to come over here with Laz and play with him for many years, and got a chance to kind of help him develop and to see where he's at is fun to watch right now. And obviously getting in with Garrett. I mean, we talked about this like a little over a year ago of just how we wish we could have played together. Just because I'm a fan of his game, and obviously. The feeling is mutual on his side too. So, here we are now. We just got to maximize this and take advantage of it.
They've obviously had some struggles offensively without you here. How do you think your familiarity with Aaron can help kind of turn that around?
I mean, if nothing else, obviously, being on the field and having an impact, myself, production wise, but being able to talk through some of the things like today was a few times I'm getting, I'm brushing up on the system, which, I got down for the most part, but it's a lot of the same stuff we were doing in Vegas. And obviously that tree came from, a lot of things we did in Green Bay. So if it's not me making plays on the field, it's being able to talk to Garrett, talk to, some of the other guys about, what he's thinking, what he's expecting, because that's, one of the main things that Aaron and I have is our connection and, the nonverbals, reading body language, and just kind of understanding how his mind works. And a lot of those small things like that are key to having success. And you look at some of the plays that didn't get converted this year. It's a 2-4 football team, but it could easily be,
Like I feel like Davante Adams could help Aaron Rodgers lock in and look better than he actually is based off his age. I feel like that's how good Davante Adams still is.
Is that 2-6 games? It could be 5-1 if we did it, the right way and clicked up on a few more opportunities that were out there. So they've never been far away. I just think that it's a few of the fine details that you got to lock in on, get used to, and hopefully I can bring some of that.
How did you get your number back?
We had some talks and worked through it.
What number he got? What number Adams got? I forgot what number he got over there.
Okay, you said before the Raiders are in a better
17.
place.
Yeah, 17.
Why would the Raiders be in a better place trading one of their best players?
It's a great question. It's a great question. I've actually had this. I had this talk with some of the guys, coach and Tom Telesco, same thing. And I said, sometimes if you don't properly, or let me choose my words carefully here. I just think the usage sometimes and the way you go about things and the idea of how you're trying to get the ball to certain people, if it's not working, typically, a lot of the success me and Aaron had is because we were on the same page. And, him and I, whether it was the signal he gave and we changed the play, or knowing when the ball's going to come out, or understanding that just because they're trying to double team doesn't mean you're covered. You can always, be the safety with the ball.
Wow, that's crazy, bro. That's bad news right there for us. Bad news. To the fact that you can still double team Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers will still find a way to throw him the ball and you'll still catch it. That's scary right there. I'm not gonna
Just
lie.
because they want to line up and put the safety, and try to play cover too. We don't just shut it down and move on. Sometimes you got to find a way to still make the play work. Because if we're looking for single coverage, in order for me to make a play, then I won't be able to make very many plays over the course of a year, just based off the way I've been played by a lot of these defenses. So I think some of it is get me to a place where, I'm obviously got a lot of familiarity with this offense and with the quarterback, and he understands how I see the game and how I see, the ball thrown and all those things. And, sometimes it can make it easier because the reality is looking at the third downs and, looking at the red zone numbers and percentages and all that stuff. A lot of times that stuff goes out the window when I'm on the field, just based off of, their want to take me away, and you're not just going to get these super vanilla looks on 3rd and 3. So sometimes it can make it easier for you to call plays and to execute on 3rd down if you don't have exotic shells and a bunch of weird stuff to look at.
How much say did you have in it? Were you able to tell the Raiders, hey, I really want to go to the Jets?
Essentially, yeah. That's where this started. All the fans, everybody who's associated with the Raiders, they see everything. They see, a trade demand, and they just think it's like he wants out. He's quitting on the team. When it's more about just being able to feel like I don't want that helpless feeling of feeling like I'm on the field. Not every game is going to be a 100-yard game or 150, 200-yard game, but I want to feel like I can impact the game every time I touch the field. So just having the confidence that I'll be able to make some plays and change the game, if need be, versus getting out there on the field and feeling like, we need too many things.
Yeah, ain't no point of putting Devontae Adams out there and you down by 30 points. Ain't no point, bro.
To go right in order for me to be successful. And when I say me be successful, I don't mean, again, me going out and having an all-pro year every time. That comes with the consistency, and I'm gonna do enough right and be dialed in, and I'm gonna try to be the control variable because it's already hard enough to make it work. You got the O-line, got to block, balls got to come to you, it's got to be on time, it's got to be accurate. The DB, the coverages, so many things that change. So for me, I'm gonna control it with the way I run my routes, and I'm always gonna have faith in that part of it, but sometimes you got to make it easier and get to a situation that allows you to be yourself.
Devontae,
A couple more?
Devontae, there's only one ball, and there's you used to getting 100 times.
Mhm.
Garrett's used to getting it 100 times. Reese is used to getting it 200 times a season.
Yeah.
Allen, Mike Williams, the 1,000-yard receiver.
Yeah.
How do you keep everybody happy?
Defense just got to get them off the field. We can run 300 plays. And it's. At the end of the day, we just.
That's a good answer.
Like
right
I said,
there.
it's not about me going out there and having a 100-yard game every single time. I have a lot of confidence I'll be able to have success in this offense, regardless of the situation, because I'm going to put the work in, and I'm going to, the ball's going to get spread around. We got a quarterback that likes to sling it. So at the end of the day, I think Diggs said it a couple of weeks ago. It's a lot of meat on the bone. So we're not going to be sitting here fighting over that. I'm trying to make Garrett better. I'm trying to make Laz better. And, they're trying to do the same for me.
I got to ask, you already got the best PE game in the whole NFL. How on earth did you already get 5s and 10s in Jets colors hours within the frame?
Well, that's funny you say that. And I wish I could sit here and say I'm just the GOAT and they made it happen that quick, but I used to play for the Packers, so I had some green cleats already from the past. So just brought those out of retirement.
Crazy, man. Crazy. Oh, yeah, we already watched this with Coop. Coop looked like he got a little big. I'm not even going to lie. Coop looked like he got a little big, a little swole. Next clip. Hold on. Let me share that with y'all real quick. We got Waddle, we got Jackson, Calais Campbell, and John Smith. Let's check this out.
Went home, chilled, seen family, watched football. That was about it.
So, Jalen, what is the team's mindset as far as this game and how you guys, I guess, are feeling? Are you very confident coming into this game, coming off that victory, or what is the team's mindset right now?
Yeah, we focus at the task at hand. Coach is a good team playing great football, and yeah, it's gonna be difficult, but I'll go out there and play and compete.
What have been your interactions with Tua, and then what have you seen from him just whenever you have interact?
Same old, me and Tua talk every day. He always around. And, we normally just talking ball, going through practice, things like that.
Like McDaniel said, he expects Tua back at some point in 2024. What does it mean? What would it mean to have him back?
That boy smiling.
Tua's our leader, our captain. So having him back at any point in time will be, lovely. Obviously, he got to take care of himself first. But yeah, man, we got a game ahead with Snoop at quarterback, so just got to go.
That wasn't a gotcha question.
Jalen, I'm doing something on penalties, and you guys were pretty good last game, 5 for 42, I think it was. Mike said that he thought that there was an effort in practice to kind of focus on that. Tell me about that. Is that the sense that you got before the New England game that you guys focused on?
Yeah, definitely. The games before, we were really killing ourselves. We was putting up good drives, but we get a penalty and get behind sticks, and then it makes it a lot easier for the defense to, guard us when it's 1st and 20 and we're killing ourselves. So that's something that he emphasized going throughout the week, and something that's going to be key for us continuing this year.
John, you kept in touch with your former Bama and Dolphins teammate Raekwon, and you guys been texting and talking about
Raekwon Davis.
Yeah, I talked to Ray a couple of weeks ago. We always talk about Bama football throughout the weeks, and yeah, it's gonna be different with him on the other side, but excited to play against him.
It's probably too early to tell how Odell's presence will impact you and Tyree because it was just 11 snaps his first game back. But do you ultimately expect possibly it might free you guys up a little bit when Odell shows he's the Odell of old?
Yeah, O's been doing good. He's going to be great for us. Yeah, man, you just got to respect a guy like that with that talent. I feel like defense just feel his presence out there. It was his first game back, and he looked real good. So I'm excited to see him, continue his journey this year.
You mentioned having another game this year, but how did you see him improve running the offense one game to his second game?
Man, he did great, for being here on a short time. He really came in and, learned the offense, and not only learned the offense, you got to learn the receivers and different players. So it's tough coming in, and then we play some really good teams while he's been, so just getting him used to throwing to us, timing, all these motions, and he's doing good, man. Doing great.
We're going to see if we fall for it. We're going to see. We definitely going to see.
During the bye week, did he reach out?
But I'm going to be right back here. I'm going to let it play out. I'm going to be right back.
You good all during the bye week?
Yeah, he told me to come back a little early so we can throw before. So, yeah, Snoopy trying to get that work in.
Did you?
GQ classified.
You guys beat the Patriots by running the ball 41 times for 193 yards.
Right.
As a receiver, how do you process that information that, hey, maybe we need to run it 40, 50 times for us to win?
Yeah. Anything to win. It's all about just getting that win, getting in the win column. If it's running the ball 40, 50 times, that we got to do. If it's throwing the ball, that we got to do. Anything to win at this point, at any point, is key.
What's so different about playing quarterback in this offense? You've got the shifts and the motions and the quick throws and throwing to super fast receivers like you and Tyreek. Tell me about the difficulties, what makes it so different than other offenses?
Well, it's difficult because, Mike put his spin to a lot of things. So he got a lot of different motions going in, shifts, and all this complicated stuff that you got to do. And that's just, pre-snap. Post-snap, you got to read the defense and go into your.
So much work our players got to do before we even get the play out. Like, it's just too much, bro. It's getting too much to the point where I like it more better simplified, you know?
What makes you a quarterback? So it's extremely tough.
This group got the ball some to you, some to Tyreek, but also got the ball some to Johnny Smith.
Right.
What can his incorporation into the offense do for this group?
Oh, it's going to be key, man. We got a lot of weapons, and the more we use all our weapons, the more defense got to respect us and play true and not, try to double team, reek, try to run these inside the coverages because, anybody can ultimately go off and make you pay.
Austin, I've been asking everybody about the team's mindset. You guys are coming.
Dude, Austin Jackson, that boy look like he on PEDs. To be honest, bro, that boy look like he on PEDs, bro. He look like he bench go 500 pounds. You can't be this big and you're not playing as good as you should. Like, he look like he should be a top 10 tackle right now. To be honest, a top 10 tackle, but he don't play like it. He don't play like
off of a victory, maybe not necessarily a pretty victory, but a victory nonetheless. Where are you guys as far as your game? Or do you feel like you're about to turn a corner? Or are you taking it day by day? How do you feel about this?
Yeah, well, our mentality is we're always, turn the corner. We're always ready. Our mentality really, though, is just going 1-0 in the week. One day at a time. That way you can be present, doing everything you need to do without inviting extra clutter to your brain.
Good answer.
The offense, have you seen things that you guys are consistently doing well?
Clutter, he talking about the Twitter people, all the people who be talking crap about him. All those people.
Well, I know obviously last week the run game went pretty well for you. You've had a lot of turnover, but are there things that you guys are consistently doing well, do you think?
Nope.
Yeah, definitely. We're definitely done a good job playing within the means of our techniques on offense, meaning, we're executing the technique, and we have some issues here and there that are, really unfortunate, but at least our technique has been pretty consistent. That's one thing you can hang your hat on.
Hey, technique not gonna win you games, bro. Technique not gonna win you games, man.
You seen any parallels to this season compared to what you guys went through in 2021 when you started off 1-7?
I mean, kind of. Yeah, it literally Tua went on IR both seasons in the second week. That's really the biggest one.
That's crazy. That's true. That's true.
That's really the biggest parallel. Glaring.
What was it like for you guys up front just to have that kind of rushing output that you usually have?
That's what you live for. Especially against the New England Patriot system. They kind of have their own way of blocking, or not blocking. Sorry, they have their own way of defending. They have their own techniques, and that's kind of what they hang their hat on. So it's just good it's rewarding to get that against a good team like them.
And they're not good, man. They're not good, man. Good win, but I want to see y'all fry bigger fish. That's what I want to see.
We don't know when Isaiah Wynn will be back, but when he does come back, what will he add to the offense?
Isaiah Wynn, he been gone even before we signed him. Even before we signed him, man, that boy been gone, man. I don't know when he gonna come back. I don't know when, man. It has to be another issue on top of the issue that he had against the Eagles when he went down in that game. That was the last time we seen him. The Eagles game last year. Last time.
Oh, he loves ball. He loves ball. His energy, his excitement, and focus, I think translates through his play. So I think that'll be great, whenever he comes back.
Mike mentioned today that Tua will be back on the field at some point in 2024. What's your reaction? That's your reaction.
My reaction? I'm happy for him. Happy for the guy. Great guy. We love him. We love him over here.
Man, he's not even saying too much. He's not.
Can you detail maybe some recent interactions you've had with him?
Recent interactions?
Interactions with Tua.
Interactions.
I was about to say.
Interactions. Yeah, he's in his own kind of schedule, being hurt. So, I talk to him here and there. But yeah, he's in good spirits, man. He's in good spirits. really good spirits. He's focused. Talks a lot about staying focused, and that's good.
And how have you seen Tyler Huntley grow within this offense and the way he leads the team in the huddle during this stretch of games where he's quarterbacking the team?
Shoot, just being extremely vulnerable in terms of understanding that he's taking in a new offense halfway through the season, and he's just gotten better at everything that he thinks he can get better at. He's very confident leading the offense, which is great. I think he's just the type of guy that gets better every day. And in this league, that'll be good for you.
How pleased have you been with your year so far? You happy with how you played?
Yeah. Definitely some things I need to get better at.
Exactly. Good.
But that's the league. I was taught once that if you're not getting better in this league, you're getting worse. And I think that's true. Everyone is working to get better.
Then why are you getting worse, fam? Why you getting worse? You was playing good, but now you low-key dying down. Maybe it's because of money.
Every single day. So I think as long as I stay true to that, I'll be pretty happy with how the season ended when it gets there. But for now, we're still working.
So, Lance, what's the team's mindset right now? You guys are coming off of a victory. Didn't play that well, but you played good enough to win and kind of get things turned around. How are you guys feeling about your last game and looking ahead?
Ever feel like there are just too many digital marketing tasks your business needs? SEO, web design, social media, it can be overwhelming. Wouldn't it be great to find an easy, all-in-one platform for talented freelancers? That's where Fiverr comes in. Fiverr is the world's largest marketplace for digital freelance services. Need an SEO expert? Check. Looking for an amazing web...
Yeah, I think everybody's mindset is staying in the moment and looking forward to just this week. I don't think everything up until this point, kind of put it behind us. The bye week, that's what that was for. To kind of study ourselves, figure out what we did well, what we did bad, and then now it's time just looking forward.
What could getting back to 3-3 do for the locker room?
I think it's good. Big, I think just stacking wins too. I think just having 2 wins back to back is huge. But at the end of the day, it's just, I'm never worry about the actual record or anything else. Just try to be 1-0 for this week. That's it.
You've been around it, obviously.
Everybody's saying the same narrative, the same thing, man. So I'm thinking that they're being instructed in regards to what to say in these press conferences.
Anthony Weaver before in Baltimore. What's impressed you about how he's handled his first year here as a defensive coordinator and just what stands out about it in general?
Yeah, Coach Weave, he's very process driven, and he really just has a excellence to him that he demands from all of us. And I think sometimes when you're in a new situation, kind of takes a while to kind of get your processes established and how you want to do things. But I think we're starting to get into that level where now we kind of, he can anticipate things, how players, everybody, the team we have, how we interact with each other, how we do things. And so I think we should start seeing an uptick on, everything. But I think he's been great. He's been, he's been a great coach, as I expected. And, I think he's, continue to help us, be in position to win ball games.
Snoop is another guy that from Baltimore. He gets thrust into this leadership role as a new guy on the team just because of the position he plays, quarterback. Did he do anything for him when he came in just to help him along that path?
Yeah, we have conversations all the time. I think he's a great guy. I wouldn't say I did anything though to help him. I think he has all the tools. He knows. That's why he's been around. And he's played in games and he consistently does what he's supposed to do. But I have a lot of respect for him. I think he's a type of player you want. Especially I know, like I told other guys around, I've won games with him before. I know we can win games with him. And hopefully we win another one with him this week. But
I don't think Tyler Huntley could win his games against good teams. We might have a chance to beat the Colts if ATR comes in and doesn't play as well as I'm expecting. Then yeah, but with Joe Flacco, I don't think that Tyler Huntley could keep up with Joe Flacco based off passing. I don't think so. He could probably keep up with ATR. He could make the same throws that Joe Flacco can make, but Joe Flacco make those throws more consistently rather than ATR. Sometimes he'll throw it in the dirt out of bounds, all that, man.
I just think he's a special kind of talent. I mean, it's hard to be a quarterback in this league, and then, to be a backup for so long and have to have the mindset of preparing as a starter, even when you might not play or not, that he's had to do most of his career. And then every time his number's called to show up and make the plays, it just says a lot about him as a person. And, hope to win another football game with him.
What have you seen from him in terms of earning that trust from this team?
He has a similar mindset as me, is just go in there and connect with guys and be the best version of himself. And I think he has natural leadership qualities, but the main thing is just be himself. He's authentic.
Jonathan Taylor's been a little banged up, but he may play this week. Have you faced him before? I haven't gone back and looked at your.
Yeah, I faced him before. He's, arguably one of the best backs, in all of football.
Jonathan Taylor, he might play. If Jonathan Taylor play, we done. We're not winning that game. We're not winning the Colts game. If Jonathan Taylor plays, bro, we're not winning that game, man. I'm sorry to tell y'all. I'm sorry to tell y'all, man. That running game with ATR and him is gonna be hard to stop. Sometimes when we're dealing with a good running back, it's already hard to stop the running game itself right there. But adding on ATR to that is gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad.
Especially in the last few years. But I mean, he's one of the best I've ever faced. Different level speed, great vision, jump cut, acceleration, break tackle. I mean, he has it all. With the ball in his hands, I mean, he's a threat to take it to the house every time. Fast, some good games against him, some bad games against him. I don't know what happens. I don't know even what his injury is. We just started I'm still trying to break the tape down on him. If he plays, he's definitely he's probably the most talented.
I think it's an ankle issue, but I think he's healthy now. I think he practiced.
The back we'll face all year.
And quick follow-up, if I may, probably the ultimate test for a run defense that you guys think you're better than what the stats might say right now, right?
We definitely think so. That's for sure. And this will be a great test. And their coaches committed to running the ball. We have to be prepared for a lot of runs. That's just how it goes. And it's going to be definitely a big challenge for us. But we know that if we play the game we're supposed to where we're capable of playing it. It's a challenge that we can live up to.
You played with Tyus Bowser in Baltimore. What did the Dolphins get in adding him?
He probably knows the defense better than anybody, better than everybody, honestly. He's just a real cerebral guy,
in this defense,
very dependable.
In this defense, Tyus Bowser was getting interceptions over there with the Ravens. Getting interceptions, forced fumbles, all that. That boy, he was balling out in this defense. So hopefully he could translate that into him being a Miami Dolphin in this defense. Hopefully. Let me check this.
I mean, a lot of ball games out of time shared on the field with him, and he's probably been one of the most dependable teammates I've had in my career.
Regarding Jalen Ramsey, potential gold jacket guy and somebody who has been used in a lot of different ways this season, what's been his effect on the defense, on the field and off the field?
Yeah, I think he's a coach's Swiss Army knife. Coach Reeves can do a lot of things with him. He's been pretty impactful everywhere. But, I think, when he gets in that nickel and we blitz him a little bit, that's just sometimes I think, that really messes with teams. But, I mean, he can do it all, and he likes to do it all, And so, I mean, obviously he's a gold jacket guy for a reason. Great player and great teammate.
As a Division II waiver claim, really no one has made more out of their skills and what they were considered than Zach. What have you learned about Sealer being his teammate? What have you grown to appreciate about him and his skill set?
Yeah, Sealer is a great player. It's kind of funny because I see him as like this great player. I never see him as a Division II. I always view him in that way.
because Zach Silver, he be balling out like he used to play in the SEC. I be thinking that he went to Alabama, LSU.
Barely made it, that's kind of funny. But perspective is important. But he's one of the reasons why I came here, right? I think he's a great ball player. He's a natural born leader. He loves the game of football, plays it passionately, everything he has. I think, some of the best things about a guy like him who had to, is a football term, we like to get it from the mud, is, undrafted, grinded out, work his way until being a starter, has been a backup for a few years, is that you realize that it's the small things done well that allow you that success. And so a lot of times it's going back to the basics and doing it well versus, when you have the guys like superstars early on and, like sometimes you think you can just win on talent and not the work. And, so it's good for a guy like him who just understands it's always the work.
Can you just detail the difference in preparation for Anthony Richardson as opposed to Joe Flacco?
We got to prepare for both. That's
I hate that
just
right
more
there.
work for all of us, right?
Like the coach, they don't want to name the starting quarterback to make us confused. For real, man. So I hate the coach for doing that, but we're going to see who wins. We're going to see. I do see a new comment. Oh, shout out to Crazy Dolphin. Long time no see, my boy. Happy birthday, my brother. Appreciate you, fam. Appreciate you. Everyone here coming in. Hit that like button. Subscribe. Support DG. Let's go. Please support your boy, man. Please support your boy. I know I haven't been on live for quite some time. I'm gonna be back on live tomorrow, or I'll just post a video of me going over the Colts and their offense and defense. I just been busy working on the clothing line and the e-commerce store. I'm trying to get that popping so I can have more free time to help y'all out with the YouTube, and I could post a lot more videos throughout the day. Me working this 9 to 5 that I got, I don't really got a lot of time to work on this YouTube thing, man. I don't got a lot of time, man. So keep supporting your boy. Just help me get to the top, man. And I promise y'all this YouTube thing is going to go to another level. With y'all support, y'all can help me become a better person for y'all, to be real.
They both kind of played, a bunch a few games this year. So, at least there's tape on both of them. Richardson is probably the ultimate athlete and, probably from a pass rushing standpoint, the biggest challenge we'll have so far this season. And then you have, Joe Flacco, who, from the secondary stuff is different, but for us up front, he's probably the closest you'll get to a statue. In the NFL. And,
yeah, he don't move,
I did
man.
see the game. He kind of actually, scrambled for a few yards and was moving around pretty good. But now, this day and age in this business, he's the ideal guy you want to go after from a pass rush standpoint. But he also has a brilliant mind and can make every throw. And he has weapons and he knows how to use them. And he's been playing some good football, which I expected. And so preparing for both of them is a challenge. But that's just how it goes. But Joe Flacco was one of the few guys older than me out there, so we got drafted the same year, and I got a lot of
same year, and he's still playing, man. That's wild, man. And ain't gonna lie, that's wild.
Respect for him, but I'm looking forward to whoever plays, just go out there and competing.
Your family made it out of the storm, okay?
Yeah, we good, man. Yeah, we good. We made it out safe, thank God. So definitely, some people didn't know. You know what I mean? Out of West, so definitely our thoughts and our prayers with those people, for sure, man.
Your
participation
last game, I think it was 5 catches for 62 yards, whatever it was. Are you encouraged that that's going to keep going, or do you think that was just specific to the opponent? What do you think about that?
We got to continue to, build on certain things as an offense.
That's a good question.
And, every week that may, require, more or, maybe a different role from some guys, you know what I mean? And, this is a team game. It's not about filling up the stat sheet. I said that before. I continue to state it. It doesn't matter what the stat sheet does if you don't win. That's the most important thing. So we just focus on winning games and contributing as much as we can. Sometimes that, you may see that on the stat sheet. Sometimes you may not. But, a lot of guys showed up last game, and probably didn't light up the stat sheets, but was a huge part of that win for sure. So it's just about winning games in this league, man.
This game coming up, I feel like Jonnu Smith, he might get targets still, but the Colts, they got decent linebackers. They got Zaire Franklin and they got speed. So they're not bad linebackers. Not bad. I don't know if Tyler Huntley will be scared to throw it down the middle on their defense because of linebackers. So I feel like this is a game where Tyreek Hill, he gonna get his touches back. Waddle, he gonna get some looks. Odell, he gonna flash here or there. So I feel like this is a receiver game against the Colts. A receiver game.
And that's what we focus on doing.
What have you noticed about how Snoop has picked this offense up? And I just found his voice in it over the past couple of weeks.
If you're looking for beginner cybersecurity courses, this video is for you. The program I want to talk about is the Simply Learn postgraduate.
Yeah, I'm seeing. Definitely seen I think we all did seen a big jump from the first week he was with us to the second one, and he's gotten a lot more comfortable. Gotten a.
And Jonnu, he looked like me. Jonnu looked like me right here. To be honest, man. Shout out to my boy Dayon. Appreciate you for pulling up on me. Hey, y'all go subscribe to my other YouTube channel, DGSPN. I'm streaming from that channel as well, and on top of my main channel. All right. Got to keep them honest. To be real, fam. To be real.
A much better, comfortable spot leading from that position, and we was able to go in there and win with them, and we showed that we can do that, and that's just the expectation. So he's a phenomenal player, but a better person. So I'm glad to have that guy back there leading us.
Having said that, we heard Mike a little earlier today say that he expects to come back and play football again in 2024. How much you're looking forward to catching balls from Tua?
Man, I think that'll be very encouraging. Obviously, we have to do business as business being done, and focus on things week to week. Tua's a warrior; he's a fighter.
Hey, Jonnu Smith, you seen what Tua went through with all them injuries and all that. Please protect that boy. Please protect him, man. If Tua get hit one more time, right, he gonna be gone again, right? You know that, right? So this team and these players, they on you. You're not the tackle, you're not an old lineman, but at the same time, the tight end still has the responsibility of blocking for the quarterback to make sure you don't get hit.
You already know what kind of player he is. We don't have to speak on that. But he's an amazing leader. So he's been here for a while. This is his home. This is his team, and we've obviously this organization has committed a lot to Tua. We've all have committed a lot to Tua, and not just to Tua, but to one another. But obviously, that'd be an encouraging thing for not us, but Tua. You know what I mean? I know how much that could mean to him. So again, man, like I said, we just kind of focus on what we're doing now, and focus on Indy, and kind of letting the pieces play out how they may.
Jonnu, I know you guys don't want to make excuses and you're professionals, but it occurs to me over the last couple of months, you've caught passes from Tua, from Skyler, from Mike White, from Tim Boyle, and from Snoop.
Jonnu Smith, he ran through now. All them quarterbacks in 1 year, 1 season, 6 games, 3 quarterbacks.
Does that make a difference
Crazy,
with the offense,
man.
right? I mean, that's...
Yeah, man, you always want some consistency in the NFL, obviously. But things, it's the NFL, man. You got to adapt. That's the kind of league that it is, man. It's 100% injury rate, and guys are we are guaranteed to get hurt. It's just a matter of time and of how long that injury may be. That's the kind of cards we've been dealt with. It is what it is, and nobody crying about it. Nobody pouting, their faces, and nobody giving up. We still got every expectation on our, right in front of us. Everything is just kind of, zeroed in onto this week. So, that's the main focus, and that's what we want to get to, so we can get a win to Indy.
You're you're a great athlete. If you had to do it all over again as a good athlete, would you choose this sport again?
Man, I think it ain't even had much to do with me, man. God bless me with, I wasn't 6'8". You know what I mean? I wasn't 6'8". If anything, I grew up in Philly, man. So boxing was something that I'm a huge boxing fan. Like I love it. After football, that's my favorite sport.
For real? That's crazy. Never heard that before. Never heard of that.
And that's something that was kind of dear to me growing up in Philly. You know what I mean? Obviously, every kid in the neighborhood boxed. You know what I mean? So that was something that
he's from Philly for real.
Daydream about still. But I mean, I ain't blessed you with.
Hey, I bet you the Eagles try to steal him. I bet you.
Like a Mike Tyson hook either. So this where I'm at, man. Although I think I could have developed into a nice solid heavyweight. You know what I mean? But this where I'm at, you know what I mean? And I wouldn't have it any other way.
You ever talk to Tehran about boxing or ever talk boxing with him?
T said, nah, I haven't, man. T said he a big boxing man.
T said he be boxing before the game for warm up.
Me and T said talked about it a lot. We ain't talk about boxing though. Yeah, but that's I think T said he was from DC. Illinois. Okay, because I know DC. That's another big boxing town. That's what I was saying that. But I haven't yet, man. But man, spark. You might have sparked something there. But
I don't know how much of a fan he is. I know he boxes.
teach that box. A lot of guys do. Like in the off season, especially O lineman, D lineman, because you got to use your hands. You know what I mean? It's a lot of carryover with that. So definitely a lot of carryover with that. And surprisingly, that's something that
T said the highest rated tackle in the whole league over Trent Williams right now. Over Trent Williams. Let's see if he can sustain that.
I haven't implemented yet into my off-season plan, just because it's more kind of O-line, D-line related with the hand use. As much as you use the hands, it's kind of, will be more beneficial for them. For guys that just do it to kind of stay in shape in the off-season, it's just more of a stamina thing. You know what I mean? But, you might, after I'm done playing, I might try to hop on a card, fight Jake Paul or something. See.
Don't do it, fam. Don't do it. Don't do it, John.
Everybody doing it, man. Everybody doing it. The chin is good. It's all in the neck. You know what I mean? It's all in there. I got a strong neck, man. So it's all in there. I will have a pretty strong chin. So I'm gonna see what's up with may check something out after that, man. See what's going.
First game back for OBJ a couple weeks ago. What did you see from him? What was it like to have him?
It was big to have him back. He's gonna be a big piece of this offense, man. Not worried about one game, obviously. We just got to continue to, continue to be ready, when our number's called. And I'm, that guy right there is gonna give us a big lift. You know what I mean? So excited to have him back, excited to see him going, and excited where we headed.
I don't think we've asked you since it happened, but what do you think of your alma mater having its stadium renamed the Pitbull Stadium?
Yeah, that was crazy right there, man. Shout out to Pitbull. I don't know what to tell you on that. Shout out to Pitbull. I was actually just there the other day watching the St. Thomas Chaminade game, and
I should have put up to that game. Definitely.
It's funny looking up because I practiced in that stadium. Like I practiced on turf for 4 years straight. You know what I mean? We wasn't Alabama or Oklahoma. We ain't had that money, so at the time they got a grass field now. But when I practiced there, it was a straight turf, and obviously I was in that stadium every day. So when I went back there Friday night and seen Pitbull stay, it was a little bit different. But shout out to Pitbull, man.
Hey, for those who don't know, that's my alma mater, FIU. So I don't know. I get that feeling with John Smith. He the most similar to me in regards to the players. John Smith, he got that. This is the last clip right here. We got Mike McDaniel giving us an update in regards to Tua. It seems like Tua will be back this year, and we're gonna see what he does, bro. Hopefully he doesn't come and stink it up. If he does, it's done. It's over. We have enough. We had enough of Tua. We had enough. So you better come in and play good, man.
Because Tua isn't eligible until week 8 when they play the Cardinals.
it felt like the momentum was building toward Tua coming back for that game. They need him. None of the other quarterbacks are getting it done. The season's starting to fall apart. When Mike McDaniel says, I expect him to play at some point in 2024, my reaction is, if you don't start winning some games, I don't expect him to play in 2024, because there's a point where you just say, there's no reason to put him back on the field. Let him. I assumed when the concussion happened, we saw the fencing posture. People were calling, I think, prematurely and a little irresponsibly for him to retire right in the aftermath of it. I was hoping that the way this would work out is get him through the season, make a decision after the season without the urgency of a game or a season riding on it, because that's a magnet, especially when you're at the games. It's a magnet drawing you back out onto the field.
And I thought you hit it right on the head a few weeks ago when we discussed this. And your biggest fear, you said, was that he would feel the need to come back to help save this team. And I agree.
I don't even think
if
like
they
Tua
can't
is going
muster
to
up
save
some
us
wins,
with what we got right now. I don't think Tua could save us, bro. I don't think so.
then yeah, you just sit out. So I mean, I think for Tua, the best case scenario is the Dolphins keep losing and he gets the opportunity to make a decision that is based purely on him and his future health, everything down the line, his wife, his kids, and not the feeling of being in the building, watching the offensive film, sitting in the quarterback meeting room and having to hear guys get coached up or see the bad football on tape, and then having to go in the locker room and laugh and joke with your guys, knowing they're taking the field and you're not. And then in the back of your mind, knowing you give the team the best opportunity to win. Like that kind of pressure for a player is just so hard, because you never get out of the moment of not want to let your teammates down, not want to.
And that's why I think Tua is coming back, because he don't want to let nobody down. You know, you're not letting nobody down if you don't come back, because we understand, because it's your health. But Tua, it seems like he's going to fight this shit out, bro. He's going to fight this shit out. He's trying to play until, how old is he right now? I think he was 26. He's probably trying to play till he's 36, 35, maybe even 40. He want longevity, but I don't know if he's going to make it for that long. I don't know.
Go out there and side by side fight with them. So I really hope he doesn't have to feel that pressure. I've been in situations where I've played hurt and done different things. And I'm honest, the motivating factor for me was I knew when I was out there, I helped our team win football games. I knew the role I played for the team, and I just want to fill that role each and every time I had the opportunity to do it. So I played hurt. I did those things. So I just hope in this situation, that burden gets lifted off of Tua and he can just make a decision, hopefully in the offseason, with a lot of time to think about it.
The fact that McDaniel phrased it the way he did, Devin, I think speaks to, I hope, the sensitivity to that urgency and the idea that we can't bring him back at a time when we feel like we need him and him alone to turn this around. So basically, let's see if we can.
I would like him to come back against a good team. I would like that for sure. Expose his ass early. That's what I want to see. Expose
around
him
without him, thereby reducing the urgency and making it easier for him to come back when he's ready. If we can't turn it around without him, we already have our answer. He doesn't play again this year. Again, I'm thinking about his long-term career, and I know at the end of the day, it's his decision. No one should be making the decision for him. We take far greater risks in this country for far less money than what Tua Tagovailoa makes to assume the risk of yet another concussion. It's his business. It's his decision once he's cleared. But there are other factors that I think complicate it, tempt you, and maybe make you make a bad decision that you wouldn't have made without the benefit of some distance and take some of that steam out of the situation. I think that's all we're hoping for, his opportunity to make the best decision for himself. I don't know that these circumstances provide it.
Yeah, and I want to give credit to Mike McDaniel, because oftentimes in the NFL, we say it's a business and we say no one really cares about you. It's all about how you can help the team now. And it just feels like
Mike McDaniel, out of all head coaches, he the right one to say that right there. He definitely is the right one.
Since Mike McDaniel's gotten down to Miami, the one thing that sticks out about him, even when you talk to people, is that it seems like he cares. He cares about the players.
Mm-hmm.
He's been very supportive of Tua. You've seen their relationship kind of shine through Hard Knocks. So I love that he's keeping Tua's interest. It seems like at the front of this situation and saying, like you just said, let's figure things out first, and then we can address Tua and what the pros and cons of him coming back. And that's all pros and cons to him as a person, not just the Miami Dolphins football team. So I got to credit Mike McDaniel for doing it the right way.
Emotional intelligence. That's the phrase that you hear from time to time. I mean, Mike McDaniel's a smart guy, but he's a people person, and he understands that you can't treat guys like pieces of a machine that are going to be thrown out into the street and replaced. You have to care about your guys, especially your quarterback, but all your players. You have to, and it's hard. See, that's the problem. I think that's why Bill Belichick always had distance from like Tom Brady. It's hard if you develop personal feelings for someone to then do what you have to do. You can still be nice and friendly and get along, and everybody's grown up. They understand at some point players are going to be cut. They're going to be traded. It's a zero-sum game of 53 athletes. You go from 90 to 53 every year. We're big boys. We get this. You can still be nice to the person without believing it's going to affect your ultimate judgment. And I've yet to see, I don't know, I don't think it affects Mike McDaniel's judgment as a coach that he gives a crap about his players. They understand how it works.
Yeah, and it's so much back to who you are as a person. And I think sometimes we watch these coaches and you know, we either get annoyed or we compliment them. But the truth of the matter is they're still people. So sometimes people are really good at understanding their emotions and talking and doing those different things that comes along with, you know, having to be a head coach. Other times that's not other guys' strengths. And I think, you know, obviously I spent my whole 13 years with Coach Belichick. I don't think one of his strengths is being a people person and being out and about and making new friends and talking and building on relationships that are just personal relationships with players, because that's just not who he is. And that's what I've always loved and respected about Bill Belichick was he's himself. And I see the same thing in Mike McDaniel. Just him, his true self, no matter, you know, what people think or what bill or what thing he might need to try to fit to be a head coach. He doesn't care about that. And it was the same thing my time in New England with Coach Belichick. He was just himself, whether you liked it or you didn't. He wasn't changing for anybody.
And, you know, I think people like authenticity just because they know what they're dealing with. There's no games being played.
Exactly.
Nobody's speaking out of two sides of their mouth. Nobody's saying anything different behind your back than they'll say to your face. They are who they are, unapologetically and unwaveringly. Life's too hard to try to be anyone other than who you are. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks.
Yeah, man. I listen to that, trying to get some insight in regards to Tua and when he could come back. But, you know, Mike McDaniel, he's going to keep that a secret. And then we will see him whenever he come back. That's about it, man. Let me see. I'm about to go on Twitter real quick. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Right here we got Javon. It seemed like he's practicing with the cast. And also, I'm not too sure what part of the hand that he broke. I'm not too sure, but that boy out there catching with one hand at practice. One hand. That boy, one hand at practice. Give me that. What that boy think he is, Odell? Who you think he is, Odell? And he look happy out there too. Yeah, if Javon Holland balls out this game, I know why. I know why. You know, and Javon Holland, you know, for the most part, he's a good tackler. For the most part. So the cast shouldn't be like a real effect in regards to his gameplay. I think he'd be all right. I got to see that catch one more time. It's touchdown. Pick six. You know ATR throwing a interception. You know that for a fact.
concussions in. One was,
Right here we got Ryan Fitzpatrick talking about Tua. I think this is
two of the
recent.
more visible games that he got concussions in. One was the Thursday night versus the Bengals a few years ago, which was our game. That was kind of a welcome to TV moment for me, where I had to then, watch him kind of go out of the stadium in a stretcher and then talk about it at halftime. And I was like, okay, that's new to me. And then this last year versus Buffalo, same thing. He goes down. I think the most important thing is it's his decision. I mean, he's going to talk to all the doctors. He's going to collect all the information. But, right when that happened, there was so much talk about, hey, if I was him, I would retire. I'd never play again. But just as well as I do, like this also is like something that we've all strived for in our lives. Like, he's the ultimate competitor. He loves playing football. He loves his team.
Hey, y'all heard him. Yeah, I heard him. Yeah, I heard what that boy said, man. So shout out to Ryan Fitzpatrick. We will still take him. Man. Just let us know. All right.
Feeling
here.
after everything this week. Well, we saw Coach.
We got Robert Saleh. They caught him up at the grocery market. Robert Saleh.
Hey, Coach. How you doing? How you feeling after everything this week? Well, we
That way said living the dream. You getting 20 bands a day?
saw Coach Belichick and the Mannings kind of give some support for you yesterday. How did that feel? Do you feel like your Lebanese flag had anything to do with what happened?
Hey, I'm just trying to go home. You don't want to
Can we see you on a sideline soon? All right, I like that. Have a good one, Coach.
Man, the 49ers, they gotta call that boy right now. Call that boy right now. I know they need him. On defense. Most definitely. But yeah, man, that's it for this live stream. I'm gonna be back tomorrow. I'm gonna just restart this live stream and stream from there. Make tomorrow my birthday live stream as well. But I appreciate everyone who pulled up on me, Raphael, Mr. Finisher, Crazy Dolphin, Dayon. Appreciate all y'all for pulling up on me. I had a good birthday, but I had a bad one as well. But y'all made my day by y'all pulling up on me, watching me. And that's about it. I love y'all for that. And let me show y'all my shop real quick. Make sure y'all go check out the merch on the website, www.dgemerchandise.com. We're gonna keep on adding teams. I showed y'all like the NBA, like with the Lakers shirt. Y'all can rock that. This is the new Ravens gang shirts I got in the store. Pretty clean. I just ordered me one of these right here. The Dolphin Gang University. Let me see. So yeah, man, please support your boy by getting some merch and just let me know if you got it and I'll repost you. Do anything, man. I'll do anything. But hey, I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. You already know it's DGE, Dolphin Gang Entertainment. It's your boy DG, and I'm gone.
Maintain that stay the same and maintain it. Safe to say the kid get older. Forever gang, I'm never switching over. Made a lane and niggas can't get over. I can't mess with rappers, they be bogus. Rather get the pack and keep it open. Big dripper stand up in the ocean. Everybody trapping, we get lost. He ain't focused yet, but he ain't got motion. Made a half a ticket out promotion. Shout out switching sweet and keep me rolling. But if we get the op, we gotta smoke. Ride around with Drake, like we OVO. I got some rats and I want some. Still got them pass in the hood, call it give and go. Keep a nigga, man, bitch in a figure four. Let me fuck when I want, I just come and go. Man, these rapping too deep for these skinny clothes. I might put me in some bitch or both. They look bro, hit this nigga, it's like getting low. I spent time on the roots on the Lambo and didn't even know how to beat them motherfuckers go. On my birthday, I just wanna look at those. Barely keep it on play with me.